Hey guys, what the heck is going on? My name is Maytax. Today I have a little video for you, a little commentary about what I thought about E3. But real quick, before I do that, this is the short version. I have an extended version. Here is a link to that. If you want to click on that and watch a full commentary about the actual gameplay, feel free to do so. Without further ado, let's get into the action of E3. So I had a lot of thoughts about E3 and a lot of anticipations for it, but E3 is always great for surprises, and it's very interesting to see what the different game developers and even people like Microsoft and Sony like to do each year to kind of wow us and make it wow. Like I didn't even know that was coming. So kind of like anticipated releases I had were like the new Nintendo system. Uh, well, I'll get into that later. I got a lot to say about that, but the new Nintendo system was kind of anticipated. I wanted to see what it really was boiled down to, what exactly it was going to do and look like, and what the name was going to be. But then also to see Sony's new NGP, I kind of wanted to see what the new name was and the price tag on it. Maybe see if they released any new information about it as far as its features and what it could do and couldn't do. So that was interesting. I didn't watch the actual Sony conference because I'm not really a big Sony fan, but I did want to see what their new NGP was, so I did look at that. Um, but my favorite part, and most anticipated part was Battlefield 3. I love Battlefield. A lot of you guys know that Battlefield is one of my favorite games. I'm a huge fan, and I was anticipating Battlefield 3, the multiplayer, and then even the single player playthrough of it for the entire couple weeks before E3. I was I was dying for that game, and I still am. After seeing the single player and the multiplayer, it only makes me want to get it better more. So you will be seeing me play that game a lot. And other than that, there wasn't really a whole lot of other anticipated things that I had, but a lot of different surprises came out. Being that Ghost Recon Future Soldier can now be played on the Kinect and uses the AR tracking in your voice to actually play it, which was very interesting and very entertaining to watch. Because that's something that's been around for a while. I mean, people use microphones for PC gaming and Xboxes and PS3s. Like they use microphones, and now they've got these cameras. So I mean, it just it made sense. It made sense that why we have it. Why don't we use it and use it to play the game and control your squad mates and all that in single player, which is amazing. So I'm interested to see what they do with the PC version of it. I'm still gonna try to get an Xbox 360 and connect. So I will definitely, if I can get that, definitely get it for the Xbox. But I definitely want to see if they're gonna pull that for the PC because I may consider getting it on PC as well. But other than that, another really game that looked really cool was Brothers in Arms Furious 4. Uh, and normally they do World War II games, which I'm not a huge fan of World War II games at all, really. But this game looked really entertaining and really fun. I love Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 are like one of my favorite games to play every once in a while. It's kind of one of those casual games that you don't really ever get tired of, it seems. And it looks like it plays like a lot like Left 4 Dead, which is kind of neat. Kind of a different twist on that style of gameplay as far as World War II stuff goes. So it should be very interesting to see that game come out, and I want to see what other kinds of features the game's going to hold other than just killing Nazis in like a four-player co-op type deal where you're complete BAs or whatever. Um, but other than that, some other big surprises that I had were Far Cry 3 and Halo 4. Like, I'm not a huge Halo fan, but as far as I knew, Halo was kind of like, I thought Bungie was kind of done with it, Like, I thought they were kind of like Halo 3's, or I guess Halo Reach. Halo Reach is the last one. We're not going to do anymore. We think we've definitely worn out the series, or whatever it may be. But that was kind of a little teaser, was kind of interesting to see because, like I said, I thought they were done with it. The same thing goes for Far Cry 3. I thought Ubisoft was pretty much done with Far Cry 3, but I guess not. So it will be very interesting to see what other kinds of new things are going to be in Far Cry 3. The little teaser that they had was pretty interesting. It was very entertaining, and I enjoyed that. And I have played Far Cry 1 from the beginning. Far Cry 1 was like one of my favorite games that I first owned. I think that was probably one of the very first games I ever had on the PC. That's what really got me hooked into shooter games, just because of the way that it played, but then also the storyline it was so interesting. It was not anything I've ever played before. I never got to play Far Cry 2. I really wanted to, but Far Cry 3 definitely looks like it might be interesting. But I'll have to really see if it's going to be worth it because The last couple ones that I played were on the Wii, and I know that's kind of lame, you know, I'm a Wii gamer here, but they were not all that great as far as storyline goes. Staying true to like well, the problem was they tried to stay way too true to the first storyline, which was kind of like, yeah, I don't know. It should have died with the first game, and then they should have come up with something else for the second game, sort of. I don't know. But Far Cry 3 looks like it might be at least a game worth looking at and seeing what kind of new things that they do with it. But now I'm going to get into the Wii, the Nintendo's new Wii system. And I can't state how many times and how I really feel about it. It's like, it looks so lame. I'm not even kidding, it looks so lame. I mean, yeah, new graphics, woohoo. Big old controller with a 7-inch screen on it. What? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. It just kind of feels like it's not really. It feels like a refresher on the current system. Like it just feels like a Wii with a brand new controller. That's all it really feels like to me. It doesn't really sound like a new console yet. It's just, I don't know. The new graphics are cool. You know, it's finally good to see Nintendo stepping up and trying to actually make their games look decent to play on a console. Like I can understand like their Nintendo, the DS systems, why they look bad. You know, it's just the same why you would pick up a phone. Some of the games just don't look so great. But I mean, even still, you could make the games on handhelds look pretty decent. I mean, look at the PSP and the PlayStation Vita; they look absolutely amazing. So I don't understand why they continue to make iterations of their systems and not make any progressive graphic systems on it. So it is nice to finally see a system that is supposed to have decent enough graphics. But whether or not those graphics are actually going to look the way that they did in the demos is another thing, because I notice they do that a lot. Is they just make the graphics in the demos look awesome, but they're not actually that great in the system. So I guess at the moment I would have to say there's not really enough information about it to really decide if it's worth it or not. But it still kind of seems like it's not a new system to me. It just kind of seems like a revised version of the current one. But you know, that's just me. I have a Nintendo Wii just because it was cheap and that's what my parents got me, but you know, whatever. But that's pretty much it all. That's all I had to say about E3. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my little rendition of it, and please give me some feedback. I want to talk with you guys about it. Again, here is a link right here to the gameplay that the full gameplay that I have of this game. It's a full commentary if you guys want to watch that. It's not edited down, so you will get to see about a couple more minutes of the first portion of it. And like I said, it is a full commentary of that actual gameplay, so it's not me talking about E3 at all. But thank you guys for checking this video out. I definitely am enjoying doing this, and I want to start making some more videos. So give me some more feedback on what you guys want to see. Later.